What up, y'all? I'm Bokeh Bob, and today we're going to be checking out the Ice Kachang Tactile V2s from Keebzncables. These right here. You got that right. We got two Tactiles in a row. What is the world coming to? Is it going to end? I guess you'll never know. These switches right here became my favorite Tactiles, which really isn't saying much because I don't use Tactiles that much. However, I've been using them all week at work, and I absolutely love them. So let's jump into it. As always, I like to make it clear that these switches were sent to me for review from Keebzncables, and all opinions are my own from my experience using the switches. I usually use switches about a week before I release my switch review. In this case, I've been using these all week at work. I also try to check out the switches live on stream when I rebuild my boards with them, so if you like watching live streams, you can check me out here on YouTube or on Twitch. Also, it would be greatly appreciated if you can like and most importantly subscribe to the channel, as it is a great way to support me and allows me to bring more reviews like these to you in the future. Now, let's hit that B-roll and jump into the review. We've recently reviewed two other switches from Keebzncables, the Ice Kachang Linears and the B-Sun Sweet Potato and Taro switches, both of which are great options for their respective sound profile. Let's jump into what I think is now my favorite Tactile. Take this lightly, again, as I don't use Tactiles often, but this will be my current Tactile main because of the sound profile. Let's crack them open and check them out. Top housing is polycarbonate. The bottom housing is nylon. We have a very long pole palm stem. It's at 13.9 millimeters. Lastly, these materials are paired with a 55-gram single-stage spring. These switches are manufactured by Athlon, and current pricing direct from Keebzncables is 60 cents per switch for the lube version and 50 cents per switch for the unlubed version. Let's get them into the mode Envoy and see how they sound. Keep in mind, I keep my mode Envoy built exactly the same in all my switch reviews, so you can go from review to review and compare switch sounds easily. The Envoy is built with no foam and a palm plate and GMK keycaps. Man, these switches are a joy to type on and hear. I feel like they would be even better if I was to pair them with an aluminum or carbon fiber plate and bring out more of those high-pitched noises that I like. As we all say here, if it don't clack, it's whack. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of the perks and the quirks. Perk-wise, I really can't think of anything. These switches operate perfectly, there's no weird crunching or pinging, and they're smooth. The factory lube is outstanding, and these can go directly into any board without any modifications in my opinion. The only thing I would harp on, which seems to be common with most switches I recently reviewed, would be price. 60 and 50 cents a switch is kind of pricey in today's market. I feel this is the case because they're not as popular as linears, and they seem to be harder to manufacture. Perk-wise, these switches slap, and as stated before, are joy to type on. As a non-tactile user, I didn't feel as if I was getting tired typing on these switches, and at the end of a long day typing, they still felt comfortable to type on, and the noises brought me joy. Now for my recommendation. Yes. Not only do I think these are a great switch for any tactile user to add to their collection, I also think it would be a great switch for a non-tactile user to jump into the tactile scene. They feel great, sound great, especially if you lean more towards that clacky, high-pitched sound profile, which is what I like. Now that I'm a full tactile user, what other tactile switches would you recommend for me to try? Keep in mind, like I just said, I like loud and high pitch. If you're throwing thought at me, I'm not going to like it. Make sure you check out some of my content here, and most importantly, like the video and subscribe. Thank you for continuing to support my channel, and have a great rest of your week. Bokeh Bob out.